I'm Mona Santana. This is my daily gratitude list where I list and talk about 5 things I'm grateful for that hopefully you can relate to as well. Number 1, I'm grateful for adversity. I know that's a crazy thing to come up with to be grateful for. I mean, in a way, it seems sort of counterintuitive. But the truth is that adversity is the catalyst for most of the growth that you will find in your life. And so without adversity, we wouldn't be able to grow as a person. So if you find yourself in the midst of something dramatic in your life right now, know that there's always another side to that. And hopefully you'll rise to whatever it is that's happening in your life, and you can come out even stronger and better. And know that it's almost like a challenge in your life that that is actually in the long run a good thing. And it sounds totally crazy to say that, I know, but I think back on some of the adversities in my life, and I think if I hadn't had to face those things, then I wouldn't have learned so many of the things that I later realized were good things. So I do feel like adversity is something that we should be grateful for. I do think that sometimes there's adversities in life that are almost impossible to overcome. And a lot of our friends and family and people in our lives, can fall prey to that. And I don't think that there's any shame in that either. I think it's important for us to be able to help out in any way that we can when stuff like that happens, because I think that's what community is for. And because life can be hard, and sometimes adversity happens, and it's too much for a person to take, depending on what it is. I'm not going to list all those things here because it's literally an endless list. But I do think that it's something that we obviously need, and it's kind of, inevitable that you're going to have some adversity in your life. I like to take it in stride. I like to think that if something happens in my life that, brings me a lot of grief or a lot of trauma or whatever it is, that it's really an opportunity to learn something new and to grow. So I'm just going to keep my Pollyanna glasses on for this one because I stand behind that statement. I really do. And I hope that you understand what I'm saying. I would never belittle anybody's drama in their life or any traumatic situation, whatever it might be, because I do feel like some things are too much adversity. But I just know that you have some power in your life and that you can overcome a lot of things. Yeah, I think you understand what I'm saying here. If you have any questions about it, though, feel free to comment. I'd be more than happy to answer and even explain in case you're misunderstanding this. But my intention is to make people aware that possibly some difficult time that you're going through, is okay. It's like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that you should definitely try and see it as an opportunity, because ultimately that's what a lot of these challenges are. So I'm going to move on to number 2. Number 2, I'm grateful for coffee. I love coffee. Coffee is, I wake up in the morning and I have 2 cups of coffee because I love the smell of coffee. I love the flavor. I love the uniqueness of coffee. The warmth of the coffee. I don't know. It's just got its own unique thing. And I love that we have coffee in our lives. Not everybody drinks coffee, but I'm going to go ahead and say I'm grateful for coffee, even if you don't relate to it. So if you don't, be grateful for tea or whatever it is you want to choose. But I'm choosing coffee today because I think maybe the majority of people will relate to this. I think, I'm guessing here because, supposedly it's like a $bazillion industry. I'm making up that number. But I love coffee. It's been around for thousands of years. And I learned that actually the first place in which there's evidence of people drinking coffee, like in the way we drink it now, like in the modern idea of coffee, was in Yemen, like 1,500 years BC or something like that. They got the coffee beans in Ethiopia, and I just thought, I had no idea, and I like knowing stuff like that. So if you didn't know, now you know. But coffee, it's good. Number 3, I am grateful for hair dye. Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking about this the other day because, like just 20 years ago, maybe about 20 years ago, I guess, people didn't used to dye their hair as much as they do now. I mean, I'm looking at people and it seems like most people dye their hair, and I thought how funny because that it wasn't always like that. So now it's like you can color your hair any color you want to. So there's like people out there with blue, green, purple, red, black. I use hair dye because my hair is not naturally black, but I like it to be black. So I am grateful that there is hair dye available, because there didn't used to be. You had to just live with the hair color that you had, and that's all well and good, but I like that we can sort of play with our appearance and be look however we want to, and I think it's also really cool to be out and see like the various ways in which people decide to express themselves. So I don't know, that's fun. And yeah, I think that's something we should be grateful for. So hair dye. Number 4, I am grateful for artists, and I'm saying just in general artists, like all artists, people who dedicate their lives to creating some visual or some written form or some whatever of entertainment ultimately, because art is really entertainment in any which way, shape, or form it takes. But I also think that it's something that we can't live without. There's art is impossible not to exist. It just exists. It just, no matter what, there's art. And I think it's something that brings so much beauty and joy and endless entertainment into our lives, and it's just so completely ubiquitous that we're not even, I think a lot of times we're not even aware that we're looking at art. I mean, just even advertisements are art. I mean, there's a person who designed it. There are actors, there are musicians, there are graphic designers, you name it. It's incredible. So art is just a huge part of our lives, and I think it kind of sets us apart from the animal kingdom too. Even though some animals are actually kind of artists, but people are deliberately making art, and I think that's a really incredible thing. Number 5. So I'm at number 5. That went by fast. Number 5, I'm grateful for tambourines. The musical instrument, I love tambourines. When I hear them in music, I just feel like it adds a lot, it kind of brings this sort of drive to a song that just kind of makes it kick in. And it's funny because it's used in so many songs, but we don't ever really think about it. I mean, not usually, I guess. Maybe some people do, but, I don't think the vast majority are sitting there thinking about music and going, oh, the tambourine is great, But think about it, because there's so many songs that use tambourines, and it's just such a completely great sound, and it's super, super cool. And, I love it. I love a tambourine. But, of course, as you could probably tell by looking at me, my heart lies in the 60s. And I would say that in the 60s, the tambourine was, definitely a huge part of the sound of the 60s. And but I mean, even still now, tambourines are used a lot, and have been used for thousands and thousands of years, and so they've been around for a long time, and I think it's a really cool sound and I dig it. So I am grateful for tambourines. I hope that you've enjoyed my list of things to be grateful for today. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions or listen and just read your comments. I hope that you're practicing gratitude regularly, even if you're not joining me, but it's important because it actually helps you be happier. And I think it's important to make a concerted effort to be happier, because it's like exercising your brain. If we exercise our bodies, we should exercise our brains. So I think it's important to practice gratitude. And if you will join me every day, that'd be even better, because I would be even more grateful. So anyway, I hope you enjoy your day, and thank you for joining me. Bye.